Hello from a really rather glorious Friday the 7th. I'm FX Blue and this is the Market Brief. So the MPC left policy unchanged, but they did raise their full year GDP forecast to 7.25%. This has confirmed that their belief that the UK should return to pre-COVID levels by year end. And after the lockdowns drove the largest contraction in 300 years, it's pretty logical that the economic rebound should be pretty fast once things reopen. Bailey's been on. He reminded the markets not to get too carried away with all this because the recovery forecasts only take the UK back to where we were in 2019. But the optimism surrounding the meeting did pour a bit of cold water on the negative rate debate because those growth forecasts are without any further stimulus measures. Indeed, while the stated course of action is following the Fed with a wait-and-see approach, the expected increase in inflation makes the next rate move look more likely to be a rate hike now. All in all, though, the market reaction was fairly muted. Sterling touched 139.40 against the dollar, but lacked the momentum to challenge 140 again, and we opened this morning around 139. But all that rather pales into insignificance today because it's non-farm Friday. After the bank holiday break last month, that means that the sweepstake is back. Now, I'll give you a bit of background to help steer the ship and perhaps even convince yourself that there might be method behind the madness of your bid this month. Straight off the bat, we have weekly jobless claims. They dropped below 500,000 yesterday, which is the first time we've dropped below the 500,000 mark since COVID kicked off. And that's rather stirred the loins of the market. Speculation over the headline number for non-farm payrolls has gone into overdrive. And I even saw an interview claim that a result of even over 900,000 could be viewed as a disappointment. Now, in the spirit of full transparency and to temper any further allegations of foul play on my part, misleading you fine sweepstakers with sensationalist rhetoric, I know, and from my own team as well, can you believe it? But disappointment at 900,000 is not entirely unreasonable, as it would actually represent a pretty big miss. Remember, the forecast number is for 978,000 this month, and that's added to 916 last month. So with the weekly jobless positivity and the Fed's ultra-easy policy helping economic recovery steam along, there are plenty of analysts out there making calls for over 1 million new jobs this month. So have a think, drop your bid in the comments below, and make sure you check back this afternoon to see if you've taken the top spot when we release that whizzy little results graphic later today. Good luck to all of you. Oh, and for what little it's worth based on my woeful performance of late, I'll be in just shy of a cool million this month. In it to win it, $9.99.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FX Blue.